Hello everybody. This is just going to be a short one, but it's something that I hope gets you all thinking. And that is, we knew when we watched Abu Dhabi, we were watching one of the most, if not the most controversial thing that has ever happened in sport. We saw it happen live in front of us, and yet ever since nothing has truly been done to expose it by the world's media. Now, we can think in our lifetimes of some of the most controversial events that have taken place. I can cite Ben Johnson being taking anabolic steroids at the Seoul Olympics and being found out as a drug cheat. I can think of Lance Armstrong being exposed as a drug cheat. I can think of the Australians tampering with the cricket ball with sandpaper, all exposed by the world's media and called out for exactly what it was. Now, how come none of the world's media have exposed the true nature of Abu Dhabi? Surely you would think that one of them would like a scoop or an exclusive as to what was truly going on. I'm showing it on this YouTube page, the true nature of everything. And I've actually contacted so many media outlets explaining this to them. I've had no replies, and none of them have done anything about it. And you have to start asking the question, why? And the true reason why is that this fix was systematically engineered by a media company. And because there's that many cross links between the billionaire owned media, none of them are calling each other out. And none of them are actually exposing each other for what it is they do. Now, I have so far, I actually tried to produce a video exposing it in full earlier, or a greater expose of it, but it got declined with the copyright issue. And so far I've had this video blocked, which was live for a period before it got blocked. Again, F1 TV claiming I've stolen their footage. I've had this one initially blocked, but had to redo it. And I've had this one reblocked again, F1 TV claiming I've stolen footage, which is footage that everybody saw live, everybody could still access, but when I try and expose the true nature of it, they block it. Now, there's a reason behind that. They don't like the fact that I'm using their own evidence against them. The basics of why my latest video got blocked, I used footage that everybody's seen. Sergio Aguero scoring the goal to win the Premier League in 2012. The goal that the Aguero moment that everybody has seen 100 times. Sky Sports have put a copyright claim in for me using that and comparing it with the Max Verstappen, you are the world champion. The world champion. F1 TV put a copyright claim in against me using that. Yet everybody's seen that 100 times now because that's what Sky Sports use as their advertising material for Formula One. So this is what we're up against, but I need you to think, how come nobody has explained this in a simple manner that I've explained things with regard to the outcomes of Abu Dhabi, the implications of not releasing all of the lap cars and giving them that time, and the fact that it produced fixed outcomes. The fact that a two-car race-off was created in a Grand Prix that you just cannot do. The fact that third was blocked off from being able to challenge those top two places, you can't do. No media has highlighted that and actually talked about it in terms of fixing the results, fixing the outcomes of races, which skews betting outcomes. Nobody's done that. So then nobody's looked any further into it. They've just presented everybody with the, oh yeah, it was just a human error. And nobody's looked into the fact that all the footage leading up to it was focused on the fact that we were going to see a racing end to that event when it shouldn't have been possible. All of the narrative leading up to it, as exposed by Brundle and Crofty narrating us through it, was all gearing us towards that racing last lap. No mention whatsoever of the fact that if it finished behind the safety car, which is what it should have done, we'd have been watching history by seeing Lewis Hamilton become an 8-time world champion. From the moment Latifi crashed through to the end of that race, they never mentioned that once. Then, what they do talk about is all these possibilities that could happen, which was what Massey did, which we know broke the rules, but Crofty and Brundle were suggesting them as possibilities before Massey even did it. But none of the media have exposed all this was going on. And then nobody's exposed in the media about the stewards being totally corrupt in rejecting Mercedes' post-race appeal. And nobody has then looked at all the sports journalists afterwards, all the pundits, all the experts from Sky Sports F1, that all of a sudden, after the event, forgot the rules of the sport. Didn't know what it was about all of a sudden. It was all confusing. Bit of a grey area. No. But again, no media has exposed it. And that's what you need to focus on. Okay? Because this is systematic. And we need to realise that. And we need to start exposing it as such. In the same way that the BBC have tried to silence Gary Lineker, when Gary Lineker gives his opinion that the government's policy and the way that it's being communicated isn't right, the BBC try and shut him down. The media, his own media company that he works for, shut him down. Johnny Herbert has been one of the few people to say, look, this wasn't right. What happens to him? He's out of a job. This is systematic, and I will do a longer video to try and explain the mechanism behind it. So look out for that one. Hopefully I'll upload that either later today or tomorrow. Thanks once again for listening in, and hopefully I'll have more content for you soon if it doesn't get blocked. Thank you.